Welcome, seekers of wisdom, to our journey into the profound world of philosophy of religion. Today, we will explore 10 top insights into the philosophy of religion. These topics, as complex and layered as they are fundamentally about us, about humanity's eternal quest to understand our place in the cosmos. Just like when we look up at the night sky and wonder about the vastness of the universe, the philosophy of religion encourages us to look inwards, to ponder the mysteries of existence, the nature of belief, and the meaning we find in the world. And who knows, we might just encounter some truly awe-inspiring concepts along the way. Let's embark on this intellectual adventure together. Our first stop on this exploration takes us straight into the heart of the matter, the nature of the divine. Is the divine, the ultimate reality, something we can even begin to comprehend with our limited human perception? Some, like the ancient Greeks, envisioned their gods in anthropomorphic forms, beings with human-like qualities and emotions. Aristotle proposed the unmoved mover, a perfect, eternal being that sets the universe in motion. Spinoza equated God with nature, suggesting the divine is interwoven with the universe. Is the divine a personal God or an abstract principle governing nature? Pondering these questions expands our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Does God actually exist? And if so, how do we know? Philosophers have presented various arguments for a higher power. St. Anselm's ontological argument claims a perfect being must exist. Thomas Aquinas' cosmological argument points to a first cause. The teleological argument highlights the intricate design in nature. So we've explored the nature of the divine and delved into arguments for God's existence, but where does that leave us? Do we arrive at our beliefs through logic and reason alone, or is there something more at play, something like faith? This tension between faith and reason has been a central theme in the philosophy of religion for centuries. Some thinkers, like Thomas Aquinas, believed that faith and reason could coexist harmoniously. But then you have philosophers like Søren Kierkegaard, a 19th century Danish thinker who emphasized the inherent paradox of faith. Kierkegaard argued that true belief requires a leap of faith, a willingness to embrace the unknown and the seemingly irrational. Now, if we're talking about faith and the existence of a benevolent God, we inevitably run into a rather thorny issue, the problem of evil. If God is all-powerful, all-knowing and all-good, why is there so much suffering and evil in the world? This question has haunted philosophers and theologians for millennia, leading to the development of various theodicies, attempts to reconcile the existence of evil with the existence of a loving God. One of the most influential theodicies comes from St. Augustine of Hippo, who argued that evil is not an independent force, but rather the absence of good, much like darkness is the absence of light. Augustine believed that God created a perfect world, but this perfection was corrupted by the free will of humans who chose to turn away from God's goodness. Therefore, evil, according to Augustine, is a consequence of human choice, not a flaw in God's creation. Up until now, we've mainly focused on the intellectual side of the philosophy of religion, the arguments, the logic, the theodicies. But what about the personal, the experiential side of faith? What about those moments of profound connection, of awe and wonder that defy rational explanation? Religious experiences, ranging from mystical visions to feelings of overwhelming peace and unity, have been reported across cultures and throughout history. These experiences, often described as encounters with the divine, or glimpses into a realm beyond the material, have played a significant role in shaping religious beliefs and practices. One of the most influential thinkers on religious experience was the American philosopher and psychologist William James. In his seminal work, The Varieties of Religious Experience, James argued that these experiences, regardless of their cultural or theological context, share common characteristics: a sense of ineffability, a feeling of noetic quality, a sense of gaining profound knowledge or insight, and a sense of transiency, the experience being temporary but leaving a lasting impact. So far, we've explored the grand ideas of the philosophy of religion, the nature of God, the problem of evil, the validity of religious experiences. But religion isn't just about abstract concepts. It's also about lived experience, about the rituals and practices that give shape and meaning to belief. From daily prayers and meditations to elaborate ceremonies and pilgrimages, religious rituals provide a framework for connecting with the sacred, for expressing devotion, and for reinforcing community bonds. These rituals, often passed down through generations, become ingrained in the fabric of cultures, shaping social norms, moral codes, and even our understanding of time and space. By studying these rituals, we gain a deeper understanding of how religious beliefs are expressed and experienced in everyday life, how they shape individual identities, and how they contribute to the rich tapestry of human culture. Now, as we delve deeper into the world of religion, we encounter a fascinating and often challenging aspect: the sheer diversity of faiths and beliefs that exist across the globe. This raises a fundamental question in the philosophy of religion. How do we reconcile the truth claims of different religions? Can multiple religions, each with its own set of doctrines, scriptures, and practices, all be true simultaneously? Or is there one true religion, with all others being misguided or even false? This is where the concept of religious pluralism comes into play. Philosophers like John Hick have argued for a pluralistic approach to religion, suggesting that different faith traditions are like different paths leading up the same mountain. Each path may offer a different perspective, a different set of challenges and insights, but they all ultimately lead to the same destination, the divine reality. This perspective encourages dialogue and understanding between different faiths, emphasizing the commonalities that unite us rather than the differences that divide us. As we navigate the diverse landscape of religious beliefs, we can't ignore the rise of secularism and atheism, particularly in the modern world. Secularism, broadly defined, advocates for the separation of religious institutions from state power and promotes a public sphere where individuals are free to practice their beliefs or non-beliefs without coercion. Atheism, on the other hand, goes a step further, asserting that there is no God or gods. Thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche and, more recently, Richard Dawkins have challenged the validity of religious belief, arguing that it's based on superstition, wishful thinking, and a lack of empirical evidence. The rise of secularism and atheism has had a profound impact on the role of religion in public life, leading to debates about the place of religious symbols in government buildings, the teaching of evolution in schools, and the rights of religious minorities in predominantly secular societies. For centuries, the study of religion and theology was largely dominated by men. Recently, feminist scholars have challenged traditional interpretations, questioned patriarchal structures, and reimagined the divine through a feminist lens. Thinkers like Mary Daly and Carol P. Christ argue that many religions perpetuate the subordination of women. They highlight male imagery of God, exclusion of women from leadership, and gendered interpretations of texts. Feminist theologians reclaim women's voices, spotlighting marginalized female prophets and mystics. This feminist lens promotes gender equality and more inclusive religious communities. As we stand at the intersection of the 21st century, the dialogue between religion, science, and technology is more vital than ever. New discoveries in fields like cosmology, genetics, and artificial intelligence are raising profound questions about the nature of life, consciousness, and the limits of human knowledge. How do we reconcile our understanding of the universe as revealed by science with the spiritual yearnings that have driven religious belief for millennia? Can religious faith coexist with a worldview shaped by scientific inquiry? These are just a few of the questions that will shape the future of the philosophy of religion. The rise of transhumanism, a movement that seeks to enhance human capabilities through technology, is already prompting ethical and theological debates about the nature of personhood, the meaning of death, and the potential consequences of tampering with our own evolution. The future of the philosophy of religion will undoubtedly be marked by both challenges and opportunities. These 10 insights give us a glimpse into the rich tapestry of thought that constitutes the philosophy of religion. Each insight invites us to reflect deeply, to question, and to seek understanding beyond the surface. Whether one adheres to a particular faith, embraces secularism, or engages in philosophical inquiry from a neutral standpoint. The exploration of these questions enriches our collective intellectual and spiritual heritage. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the top insights into the philosophy of religion. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of philosophy. Share your thoughts below. How do you see these insights shaping your understanding of religion and spirituality? Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring.